Hi everyone, my name's Hunter. Today I'm going to be talking to you about golf. Golf is one of the hardest sports out there. There's no debate about it. It's been nationally ranked as one of the hardest. Training purposes is really hard. Knowing how to train is really hard. And it gets really struggling if you don't know how to train properly and you're out on the course and you're not able to keep track of your score, flush shots, nor make good contact. And that's actually what I'm going to be talking about with you today. I'm going to be informing people on how to play golf and how to, probably get a little bit better if I can do that for y'all. So, like I said, golf is one of the hardest sports mentally and physically. Mentally, you got to prepare for the shot ahead of time. You can't just go up there and hit the ball every time. Like, that's not how golf works. Golf is definitely one of the hardest sports physically wise and mentally wise because you have to know what to do on certain shots. So, main point one, definitely how to keep track and how to know where your scores are at all times, because that's definitely one of the, probably the most important part of golf. So there definitely is apps to take shots, and Mark Steven actually said this about Golf Shot, the personal app I use. So I quote, Golf Shot is one of the best and highest quality golf apps on the market. It is used a wide range on devices like Android Wear, Apple, and Apple watches. And it is the most accurate GPS on the market to date. And that's the reason why it's so popular among golfers like myself. And this was cited on findtherange.com by Mark Stevens himself, the founder. But there's always that thing that you can use, good old pencil and paper, to mark down. So another point about it, the scorecard shows you what is par. Par is how many shots it should take on that hole. So if it's a par 3, it should take you 3 shots, but you can always go over or under. So how to make flush shots, and this is my second point I come to. So what does it mean to have a flush shot? Well, in golf, a flush shot means really good contact on the face of the club and the ball itself. So this is what Golf Medium had to say about flush shots, and I quote, in golf, flush shots is great contact between the club face you are swinging and the ball, getting most terms out of distance. Flush refers to the great feeling in your hands, head, and heart as soon as you hit the ball and make perfect contact right on the sweet spot and maximize your shot. So how does this affect you? Well, really good contact means really good placement of the ball and distance-wise. So that helps. Contact is definitely, and making a flush shot is definitely worth it in golf. And some people ask, how made this lower my score? Well, that's exactly how it would lower your score, making flush, consistent shots each time. Contact equals better accuracy and better distance, while poor contact, you may toe the ball, and that does essentially mean if this is your club face center, you want to be lined up center, but you also may toe it, which would be on the outside of the club, the most outer part of the club face. And that you're going to shank that ball, like it's going to go in a whole different direction, and it's not going to have any sort of distance on it, barely. And some people ask, like, how do I practice this? Like, how do I keep this going? Well, realistically, have another person there, a trainer. Video yourself swinging, and then look at yourself swinging compared to other videos online. But Golf Digest had this to say about how you start hitting, and I quote, start by hitting one of your wedges or short irons, warming up golf muscles in half swings, which is natural. Then increase the length of that club, which would be, you may take a 9 short to a regular 9, and like an 8 short to a regular 8. Increase the length and the speed of your swings. Then you can go on to the middle irons, which is like your 4, 5, 6. And you work way off all the way to a driver, which is what you tee off with, necessarily, what you head to the tee box with. This goes back with your short iron game and your wedges. As you hit your driver, go back and, pretty much do it again. And that was quoted by Golf Digest. So a sub point from that would be contact is one of the hardest things to practice, because swinging, it's not easy. Realistically, it's one of the hardest things to do within sports right now. because you have positioning of your body, your hands, the way your feet are, the way your club face is swinging. I mean, anything comes into play. And to conclude that, I just taught you guys a very simple way on how to get better and how to count score on golf and how to keep track of your score. Doing this helps with money, losing balls, which is money, and how to keep your score lower by making flush and consistent shots. So, restating my main points, I taught you how to track your score. I taught you how to make consistent shots, or I told you how to make consistent shots. And I told you about how to practice those consistent shots. So I do hope to see y'all on the course, and I hope y'all get a little bit better at golf.